James LFC chat. Hit the like, hit the share, show us you care. I know it's late, it's 12:30 in Dublin, whatever. But breaking news earlier, of course, Japanese international Stuttgart number 6, Wataru Endo. Maybe it's an Endo of an era, who knows, for that midfield. But looks like he could be on his way in from Stuttgart. Captain of Stuttgart, captain of the Japanese international side, and number 6, really good combative, but he's 30 years old. I think the fee is 16 or 18 million, something like that. Broke earlier. This is one of these left field ones nobody's seen coming or whatever. There's going to be a lot of Amrabat's being linked again. I can see that one being linked, of course. I think United were interested in him, but Wataru Endo seems to be a really interesting one. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a love, show us your love, give us a sub. It's going to be a short one, it's a live one. Endo, the Japanese maestro in midfield. It looks like he's coming in, guys. Stuttgart captain. To be fair, never really heard of him. Seen a bit of him for Japan, of course, but I used to be always keeping an eye on Minamino when Minamino played for Liverpool. It's always good having a Japanese player around, though. But this guy looks good. I mean, the big outstanding one is the age. He's 30. I mean, it's unusual for Liverpool to win by 30-year-olds. He's full of experience, of course, because he is 30. So he's going to be full of experience. He's a combative style. He wins all his duels. I just seen something earlier on Twitter. I think one of the lads, Manfield Rap, put it up, but it's very impressive. I know it's the Bundesliga. It's not the Premier League and stuff like that. But he's loads of caps for Japan. He's ready to rock and roll. It's a snip if you get him for 16 or 18 million to fill in that number 6 spot. I think it'd be him plus again, though. I really do. I think we'll go again, maybe a younger one. Of course, we missed out on Casado, and of course we missed out on Lavia, whatever you want to call him. But there's so many links to Liverpool in the last month. There's going to be more links in the 2 weeks that are left on the window. But this is an interesting one. The Japanese international. He wears number 6 for Japan. He's Stuttgart captain, Japanese captain, so he's a leader. That's another good thing to say about him. I don't know a lot about him. Check him out on Wikipedia, of course. Wataru Endo is his name. But it's a really, really interesting one. I know Jorge obviously knows the German league inside out. I'm sure Klopp does as well. There are a lot of contacts in Germany. I'm just surprised no one's mentioned this guy's name. Nobody has mentioned Endo. Nobody has mentioned Endo. Oh, add a H in, it's Hendo, I suppose. That's the only thing you could say. Put a H in front of it, the E, and it's Hendo instead of Endo. But it's Endo, Japanese international. So it's a really interesting one, guys. Get your comments in. What do you think of Endo, Wataru Endo? I don't know what to make of it, to be fair, but it's a really, really interesting one. And we'll see what happens. But as I said, there's got to be links coming in everywhere. Going to be Link City for Liverpool. Amrabat, of course, the Moroccan, who had a really, really good World Cup, is heavily linked. I know United are looking at him as well, as I said earlier, but I like him. It's all about the money. Everybody knows Liverpool have 111 million in the back pocket that they bid for Casado. So now the problem is we have that money. Everyone knows we need a number 6. We need a central defensive midfielder. And when you go in, Decore from Palace was linked today. Chike Decore, I did a video on him earlier. Really good. But when you're going from Premier League, Palace to Liverpool, there's that Premier League tax. And I mean, I heard things mooted anywhere north of 50 million for this guy. He's 23. He's really good now. He's a really good player. There's no doubt about it. But it's the money. It's crazy. They'd have Liverpool over a barrel, to be fair, because they know Liverpool have money. They know they need this player. So they can basically ask for what they want and probably 10 or 20 million over what he's worth. And that's why Liverpool have got to be really, really careful. And that's why I think they're going into the German market, looking at this Japanese international Endo and saying, right, 16, 18 million, whatever it is, that's basically a snip. I know he's 30, probably only a few years left, but if you're filling a gap for 2-3 years, you know, in that middle, we need something, and we need something fast. But I still think we need 2 players. We need 2 midfielders, to be fair. So that could just be one of them. The other one could be Decore, could be Amrabat. Who knows? Who knows? I didn't see this one coming. Nobody's seen this one coming. Endo of an era. Endo, whatever you want to call him. But it's an interesting one. I don't think it's a done deal yet, but it's far down the line. It's been done in the background. Obviously, when the Casado thing which was a farce. The Casado thing was an absolute farce at the weekend. It really was an absolute farce of varsicles as I've ever seen in my life. And then the Lavea one, Romeo, where art there for Romeo? That one just fell apart as well. So, bit of mud in the face for Liverpool. Rebuild was needed. Brought in big bad Dom, of course. Slobosile, he looks good. And McAllister looked really good. Both have fitted in nicely, but we need more than that, guys. We know we need more than that. Endo, we need more than Endo. If Endo comes in the next day or two, we definitely need more than him. But it's something exciting to think about. You know, he's full of energy. He's got everything. He's very aggressive, which is great. And we'll just see what happens. But we'll need more than Endo in midfield, I think. You know, Decore, that guy off Palace looks really, really promising. But it's the money. It's the money. Will Liverpool pay, what was it, 60 million? I don't know. Chelsea probably have a plane waiting for him anyway, so who knows? Hit the like, hit the share. Only one like, guys. Hit the like. I'm live and it's late. It's the Late Show. And here's your host, Dave's LFC Chats. Hi Dave, it's a start. Sir Oswald Fortitude is in the house. I don't think they will get Amrabat now. Amrabat is close to 30. Endo is 30. But no for FSG, says Ali. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see Endo coming from anywhere, did you? Hendo left and Endo is in. That's interesting. But yeah, Japanese international, 30-year-old, captain of Stuttgart, captain of Japan, so full of energy, full of experience, combative, good on the ball, good in duels and stuff like that. Very, very, very good, you know. So that's why we're going for him. Snip if it's 16 or 18, what I'm hearing, something like 16 or 18 million. It's an absolute snip. I know it's his age and stuff like that, but still a snip nowadays. Really is. Dave, am I the only one who has an issue with signing AFCON players who he will lose in the winter months because of the African thing? No, I know. I can understand that. I know Chick Decore, I think he's Malian international, of course, that the Crystal Palace midfielder. We're looking at him. There's big money for him, though. He could come too. But he will be playing for Mali in the winter. But we shouldn't have a problem with Endo because he's Japanese, isn't he? So who knows? I mean, I don't know. I think you've got to sign the player, though, you know, that you think fits the club, fits the profile, fits the wallet, basically. You've got to get the players in. AFCON must come into it, but I think that's a little bit down the line of worrying about it type of thing. I think the main thing for Liverpool is, you know, got to get the players in, guys. We've made a complete boo-boo in the last week or two. The Casado deal is over. Chelsea got him. Lavia, whatever you want to call his name, Lavia, is over as well. So we gotta move on. We gotta move on. And if this is part of it, we need more than Endo. We need definitely more than Endo. It's tough being a Liverpool fan, says Kingsley Rams. You think so? I don't think it's that tough. Not at all. Not at all. Get behind the Reds, baby. Let's get a few players in. 2 weeks in the window left. I think 1st of September is the end. We Bournemouth the weekend. 1-1 at Chelsea the weekend. Which, to be fair, not many clubs are going to come away from Stamford Bridge with points. You know, look at the squad they have. And I know they were missing a few players in Sunday, Casado or Lavia or whatever you want right there. But they're building. They are building. I think they're looking at Elise as well off Palace. I mean, it's ridiculous. A money pit. An absolute money pit. Bowley, it's crazy world. It's, you know, it's crazy. Absolutely money ball crazy. We know we don't have that money, but we do know we have 111 million euro. We do know we have 111 million euro in the back pocket. So some of it's got to bloody be spent, hasn't it? All right, Dave, Panoff Scouts is in. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, show us you love. It's a little midnight action tonight because earlier, I was doing something earlier. I was getting bleeding text messages and fucking, you know, WhatsApps, everything in the last few hours talking about Wataru Endo. And I'm going, who the hell is that? Stuttgart, Japanese international. He's 30, you know, combative midfielder, central midfielder, full of experience, full of this. I'm just going, what? We let Hendo go and we get Endo in. Wow. Zayn the Red, long time no see, Dave. Saying thank you very much for popping in. It's going to be a nice little relaxed stream, of course. Hopefully Liverpool get this one over the line and Chelsea haven't got a bloody plane waiting to bring Endo. 100 million we got and we get 3 more players in, says Abdul. Yeah, we've 100. Everybody knows we've got that money now. That's the problem. We've 100 million, 111 million at least, maybe even more in the back pocket. So every club you come into, your money bag's coming in. You're like a lottery winner coming in to buy a car. You're a lottery winner. Everyone knows you won the lotto when you're coming into a dealership to buy a car. They're literally, wow, you know, they're not showing you the Ford Focus or the Avensis. They're going to be bringing you out to the S-Class, baby. And they know you've the money, so that's our problem. Endo can play centre-back as well. I don't think he's that tall, but I mean, I know what you mean. He's probably an all-rounder. Klopp does like utility players, but I think I'm buying him for the midfield. He's a CDM, he's captain of Stuttgart, captain of Japan, full of experience. Endo in the house. Wataru Endo, wow. Dave, you have regular slots, as I am, sure, when you were appearing on YouTube. Great to see you tonight, though. Do you know what? I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTube in the next while coming up, but I just had to go live or do something tonight because I didn't do anything on Wataru. I think I pronounced his name right. Wataru Endo from Japan. So I had to do something. I was going to do a short, a little 30-second short. I said, fuck it, I'll go live. It's, you know, Wednesday night. It's Thursday morning type of thing. Why not? How much did Endo cost? Endo the Chelsea. Here we go. Retro Unlimited. Endo in, Hendo out. Love it. Endo in, Hendo out. Love it, baby. Copyright that one. Love it. It's not the Endo of the transfer window either. And that's the thing for Liverpool. I'm hoping we can get another one or two in. Endo in. Possibly someone else in midfield, maybe a defender. So 2 midfielders and a defender. It'll calm the fan base down a little bit. Just calm it down. Enzo plus Casado equals Endo, says Mukhtar Ahmed. You're getting them all in tonight, baby. You're getting them all. 20 people live and only 9 likes. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's go. Hit the like for Endo. Endo, Hendo. Youth and experience needed, plus Endo is a utility man, which we needed after Millie went. 13.3 for Endo. I'm hearing 18, but doesn't matter. Sold to man with the hat. I'll take it. He's 30, but you get 345, 3. I'm sure he's signing on a 4-year deal or whatever, but you get a few years out on the 30. Those Japanese are usually, you know, super fit, kept well, eat all the right stuff, do all the right things, so I'm sure he'll be ready to rock and roll. Andre and Decor in the same window, says Retro. Well, we mentioned Decor earlier, the Crystal Palace midfielder. I know Liverpool are in talks with Crystal Palace. Big fee though, I think it's 60 plus million. That's what you get. It's the Premier League tax. You're going to get it. You know, 20, 70, 80, and they know we've the money. So this is the problem for Liverpool. You've got the money, baby. Show me the money. Show me the money. You know what I'm saying? So big up, Dave. You feeling this move for Endo's Brace de Ville? Well, I only heard about it a few hours ago and I was watching it. I was doing something else and I said, I better do a quick video on this. Out of left field. Big Jorge probably involved. Never heard of him before. Maybe seen him the odd time for Japan, playing for Japan. Certainly not for Stuttgart. And when I was watching Minamino play for Japan, you'd hear his name Endo because he's the club captain. He's the international captain, so you would have known him, but certainly didn't see this. I've never seen Endo play, says Ant. Leicester fan channel in the house. How are you, Ant? Hope you're well. People underestimate Liverpool and Endo. Sounds like a winner. I'm not underestimating. Japanese are really, you know, combative. They're really headstrong, confident type of people. So I'm sure he'll be good. Most of that Japanese side, you know, proper, you know, learn, tough, no problems there. At this point, I would have been excited if Liverpool had invested in a new cleaning lady. It's been a rough window. It's been a tough window. It's been a dirty window. Yeah, it's been a crazy window. The Japanese captain, yes he is. 30 years old, a foreign roster spot taken. I'm not convinced, Mace's Brace de Ville. I'm not convinced of anything. You know, I'm not convinced of anything. I'm just telling you guys, Liverpool are close to signing the Japanese international. Wataru Endo. That's all I'm telling you. He's 30, I know. He's not your 21, 22, 23 that you're all looking for. But maybe one of them is coming in the back door. Decore from Palace. What is he, 23? Someone like that. Still would like more players through. Mark Forrest in the house. Mark, through that door, my friend. He's 30. I'd love to be 30. I'm 50. I'd love to be 30. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gustavo Hamer would have been interesting for you guys, but a huge risk. Possibly Ant, yeah, possibly. A fine wine player, yeah, like me, fine wine. Pure head of hair, 50. Looking good, baby. But yeah, bit of a Benjamin Button type guy. For me, it's numbers, it's quality as well. I just don't want numbers. I don't want, 2-3 players coming through right at the end of the window just for numbers. Arthur Mello type players, Quebec type players, Davies type players. I want players that are going to play. I want players that could start in a game, not players sitting on the bench. Melodramatic signings. I want players that are, when they're fit, they can start. They can go in the 11. They can go in at Bournemouth the weekend or the following weekend. They're ready to rock and roll. That's what I want. You know what I mean? I'm off to Florida on Friday. This is retro. Enjoy, my friend. Bit of Miami voice, baby. From Coventry now, gone to Sheffield United. Will probably move to bigger things in a few years. I've heard about him, yeah. Coventry City, and he's, good signing for Sheffield United. 30, wow, I would feel really old, says Mark Forrest. Don't have to give away your age, Mark, of course. Don't have to do that. But as I say, it looks like Liverpool will sign Wataru Endo, the Japanese international, and of course Stuttgart captain, Japanese captain. It's fairly well down the line. I'm sure he's jumping at the bloody chance, like a 30-year-old who's playing for Stuttgart, who I think were fighting relegation and stuff recently. All of a sudden, Jurgen Klopp's on the phone, boom, and Klopp's going, "We want you, baby." I don't know, it was a 3-year deal or whatever. He's probably going, "What?" I'm sure he thought a big club move was finished in the Premier League, especially at 30. You know what I'm saying? But his stats look good. You know what I mean? They really do. I've got a few years till 30, says Ant. Jesus. He's older and experienced. Worked for McAllister. It worked for Gary McAllister. Remember when he came to Liverpool from Leeds? I mean, he was just a revelation. Sometimes it works. Sometimes experience. I don't know if he speaks English. I'm sure he speaks German. Playing in Stuttgart for a few years. My Japanese is brutal. I'm sure Klopp's Japanese isn't great either, but he probably has a bit of German. Maybe even speaks English. Who knows? But it's really interesting. Still feel we have a few kinks to iron out, says Mark. Yeah, especially in defence, I think. But I think if you can get someone in the middle that can put their foot in, get the foot in, get a tackle in, do a lot of running around, doing all the dirty donkey work in midfield, it helps your defence. But I still think we need another defender, a centre half, big time. Sometimes the non-exciting players are the best ones, Suzanne. Exactly. Very true. Badger and Scouts Board. What a joke of a signing, says Badger. Always something good to say. Endo will be a fan favourite, says Retro. Have you seen his picture? He wears a mouth guard. I think he's a beast. Ravi is in the house. Ravi Bakari. Big up yo in the house. Big Ravi in the house. Wow. What do you think? Is it a weird one? It is a weird one. It's a left field one. Wataru Endo, Japanese international. Looks like it's almost a done deal. Yeah, but I'm hoping there's one or two more in. I really do. Maybe even a bigger name, or a name that, like a Decore Avon Palace, or even an Amrabat, something like that you know about. Endo can play centre back as well. I have a feeling we won't get a centre back now. I know we were looking at Gravenberch, weren't we, for a while? Off Bayern. That one won't go away. Ryan Gravenberch, but who knows? All agreed. He reminds me of Bane from Batman with the mask, says Sir Oswald. It's not disrespect to the player. It's how we as a club have been moving in the transfer window. Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a crazy transfer window. One of the weirdest transfer windows in history. We need experience. Control the kids in all day long. Made at 30 years of age. It's a bit of a poor deal. Come on. What? For something like 13, 14 million? 2-3 years out? I don't know. I can't wait for Bjasetic to be fit again with Thiago. Young Stefan Bjasetic is there as well in the background lurking. We just need something for now. We need something for right now. We need numbers in that midfield. We just don't have enough. With so many players leaving, end the contracts at the end of the season. We needed numbers. We needed quality to come in. I don't know too much about Endo, to be fair, but We have to give him a go. If he comes into the club, we got to have open arms and get him in and see what he has. Can't be that bad if he's captain of Stuttgart and the captain of the Japanese side, you know. He cannot be that bad at all. So I'm sure he has quality. Dave, we can't be signing in an aging 30-year-old when we want to win the league and big titles. Well, you never know. You never know. A bit of experience. We lost a lot of experience. We need to get a bit more experience in there. And if we get Endo in, Hendo out, Endo in, who knows? We need to have players that we can get 8 to 10 years out of, not one season wonders. Milner is 37, Endo is 30. 7 years in him, says Retro. A boy for this season to help with the depth. Yeah, I think it's probably a short term, probably a 3-year contract at 30. You're not going to give him a 5-year contract. They're probably going to give him a 3-year contract, I would say. At 30, I mean, he'll jump at that. Stuttgart to come to Liverpool, Premier League. Are you joking me? Work under Jurgen Klopp? Wow, a dream for him. I'm sure he was on the phone to Minamino already. Being the captain of the Japanese side, on the phone straight away. Endo is like every other signing. If he delivers, it's a good signing. True. His stats don't lie. Very good stats, actually. I had a quick look at him. I think Anfield wrapped them on Twitter. Decent stats, you know. Very good attack. Very good at stop and play. Very good at putting the foot in. Breakdown. Really good on the ball. In the press and stuff like that. So, yeah, impressive. Really impressive. Let's see. Let's give him a chance. He's not even signed yet. He's not even signed. It's far. I'd say he'll probably be done by Friday, but I'm just saying, you know, he hasn't got the bleeding jersey up, but we shall see. Genie Wanainen was at his peak at 30. Stop with this ageism. It's ageist. That's exactly what it is. Dave, we should not be Ravi just said something and deleted it straight away. I don't mind bringing in the odd 30-year-old, as I said earlier. Ageist, yeah. Retro and ageist, yeah, absolutely. Ageism. I'm 50. Should I not be doing podcasts anymore? Is it only for 20-year-olds? I mean, if you're saying it's ageist because we're bringing in a Japanese international that's like 30. I mean, 30? What's wrong with 30? 30's grand. 30's a young lad. Should be in a disco at 30. I'm not convinced on it, says Badger. Well, I mean, it'll take time to get convinced. I can't be convinced on anything yet. See, until I see him in the jersey and on the pitch, that's when I'll be convinced. I'm not convinced of anything at the moment. Especially with Liverpool in a transfer window. What the hell is there to be convinced of? Nothing. Because it's been such a shambles. But if we can get Wataru Endo in the house in the next 48 hours or whatever, and then add another one in, maybe a Decore from Crystal Palace, who knows, or Amrabat or whatever, the window start to take shape. Is it panic? Maybe. Is there a touch of panic there? I'm sure Liverpool have a list of players. Casado was right up there. Romeo Lavia was right up there. They're gone. You're looking at others. There's lists. You're ticking them off. You know? Dave, we should not be expecting mediocre. We should be wanting to win titles. Nothing else, says Ravi. True. It's the dream move for him. He's going to give it all, says Retro. It's an absolute dream. The dream continues. It's like someone said, though it wasn't Endo and LFC, Klopp's radar, any time over the last 7 years, he's that good and has been mentioned once. I know we need numbers, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have to give him time. See what he's like on the pitch. See what he's like off the pitch. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Klopp's not going to play a dud. Well, melodramatic, I suppose, but it's a bit melodramatic, but who knows? You can make mistakes in the window. You're hoping it's not too costly. Right now, we need 1 or 2 of these to work because our midfield's a bit disjointed. Tally ho, Dave. One things might be a gem, but Kone must be next. Is Gary Richards in the house? Gary, is Kone still injured? He had an injury, but I think he's just come back. Dave, we have been too casual in the window and letting prime targets slip as we haven't been serious enough. Medical tomorrow, sub on Saturday. But if it's medical tomorrow being Thursday, I think once you're in by lunchtime Friday, you're in the squad, yeah? Hopefully it'd be great to see him on the bench for the Anfield debut against Bournemouth, wouldn't it? He won 429 duels last season in the Bundesliga. I reckon we get Decore or Polina or Thuram From what I've seen of Endo on YouTube, he looks like he looks like a monster. A Japanese monster. Guys, at least we have an actual CDM who is not injured every week, says Ali. Absolutely, my friend. Could be worse. Could have signed Maguire. Oh my God. My fridge behind me would be a better signing than Maguire. Seriously. Even the freezer isn't working. What centre back should we get, says Menace. Is that Menace and the Monk? Or who is that? Menace. I don't know. The centre back thing has gone really, really quiet. I mean, I remember doing a show back like 10 weeks ago, just when the season ended, talking about, I think it was the Feyenoord captain. He was only 25 at the time. The Feyenoord centre half. He was the captain, and they won the league, Feyenoord. That went dead. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Liverpool are doing. I didn't see this Endo guy. I just didn't see him. He came out of nowhere. So who else is going to come out of nowhere? Maybe everybody we've been talking about will not sign with Liverpool. It'll be someone totally else. You know, someone totally. Like and subscribe in the house. Pin it, baby. Hit the like. Hit the share. Give us a sub. Show us your love. Dave's LFC Chats on Twitter and Instagram as well. As I say, Ravi is saying it. Hit the like button, guys. Let's get it to 20. Endo wears a mouth guard. He's up for a battle. Inacio for me. His name has been mentioned, Ali, a lot. Inacio. He really has. Sporting Lisbon, is it? Andre as well, from Fluminense, down in Brazil. He's another one. Ryan Gravenberch, Bayern Munich. Amrabat has been mentioned. So many bloody players being mentioned at the moment. Even Tyler Morton, or not Tyler Morton. What's your man's name off Leeds? That fell through, the guy that fell through with Chelsea. Poor lad. Was left in the lurch. A bit like Levy is probably with Liverpool too. But we've had so many links, so many rumours. Like a good Fleetwood Mac album. Yeah, Adams, yeah. Tyler Adams, wasn't it? Tyler Adams, of course. I like him. I mean, if you were going to get him for 20, I think his release cost 20 million. Wasn't bad at all. I mean, Chelsea were going for him. The only reason they didn't go for him because he got Casado and looked for Lavia. I mean, he's decent, but do we need more than that? Maybe. Do we need a bit more? Possibly. Crazy times, Liverpool fans. As I say, I'm not going to stay up too long. I'm working in the morning. I'm quite tired, but we'll give it another about 10 minutes. So hit the like, hit the share for Endo. Endo has left. Endo is in, hopefully, medical, all that, or as quick as possible. Hopefully one this week and one next week, or even two next week, because there's only 2 weeks left in the window. 1st of September, and it is finito. And we got to go with what we have got. Happy with the 2 boys that already come in. Big Bad Dom, of course, and McAllister look really good, settling in nicely. So if you could add in a CDM, if you could put in a number 6 in there to protect that back 4, to protect the midfield, it's huge, makes a huge difference. It tightens your defence for start. Tightens your defence. And you're not leaking, they're not running through your midfield. 2 or 3 times on Chelsea in the second half, they ran through that midfield just a bit too easy for me. And that's why you need a CDM. That's why you need number 6, a specialist number 6. That's the very, very reason. And that's why I think Liverpool are going for the number 6. But this guy out of nowhere, maybe Big Jorge wants his bonus. Looking at the, the German league on the phone. Yeah, why didn't you go with a Japanese international? He's 30. Stuttgart captain, Japanese captain. Let's go, baby. Looks like something like that's happened. I know stats are fairly impressive. But let's see what happens, guys. It's early. We'll see what happens, but it's looking promising, this one. Let's get it over the line. We'll get slagged, of course. Why did Liverpool sign a 30-year-old? They could have Casado. Casado's only 21. I think Lavia is 22. Young, brings the profile right down. Sometimes you've got to go in, pull the trigger on experience, pull the trigger on leadership. He's a captain, an international captain and stuff like that. Get him in. Let's see what he can do. It's pretty low price as well, which suits, and hopefully we can bring in someone a bit younger, a bit more Premier League experience, someone like Chike Decore from Palace, something like that, because we need it. It's a long season. We've Europa League, which is about 4,000 games, League Cup, FA Cup, and of course the League. We've got to get back into the Champions League next season. We've got to get back. Can't be out of the Champions League 2 years in a row. It absolutely hits you in more ways than one. Not only finances, but everything. Players trying to come to you, you've got to be in the Champions League. So this year is going to be a curve about getting back into the Champions League, and we've got to get back into it. You can get back into it by winning the Europa League, which the final is in my hometown in Dublin, of course, next year. So that'd be interesting. It'd be like a home game for Liverpool, of course. But there's a long way to get to a final Europa League. We've seen what can happen over the years. But main thing for me, for Liverpool, get players in, get quality in, get experience in, get them in, bang, bang, bang. And hopefully this is one of 2 or 3 to come in, because that's what we need. We definitely need at least another 2 if this guy, Endo, comes in the back door. But as I say, guys, not going to stay on much longer. I'm tired. The voice is gone. I've been singing all night. But Endo to Liverpool looks interesting, doesn't it, guys? It really, really does. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go to bed. I'm sure there'll be a lot more stuff coming on tomorrow and whatever. But this Japanese guy does look really interesting. My dog is at the window barking. Hope you enjoy your night. A lot more happening tomorrow. Let's get Endo in by Friday. Hopefully medical pending and all that type of stuff. Get him in. Get 1 or 2 more to follow. Stay safe. A lot of stuff happening this side of Bournemouth, of course, as well. But Endo, Wataru Endo, really, really interesting. Did you hear Ten Hag has a higher net spend than Klopp's entire team at Liverpool? I did hear that, of course. Have a good night, all. Thanks, Dave and chat. Mark in the house. You guys are absolute legends. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get it to 20 likes. 3 more to get it to 20. Hit the like for Endo, Wataru Endo. Let's see where it goes. Endo left, Endo's in. Stay safe. Talk soon. Enjoy your night. A big window